Whenever we think about Delhi's air pollution, it is always crop burning that has made the headlines, and you also think that it is the major source of pollution. But what if I tell you that the major source of pollution in Delhi's air pollution is running right beside you every day? With every 2 out of 3 vehicles in Delhi are two-wheelers, and this is where the problem starts. And when we talk about Delhi's new EV policy, this is the transition of India and India's fight to bring clear, clean air back. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh, and in today's session we are going to understand the details of new EV policy that is specifically focused on two-wheelers that has been brought in Delhi and has been approved by Delhi cabinet. Now when we are talking about this new EV policy, you will see the main target that has been put forth here is the fact that 30% of electrification will take of the two-wheelers in next 3.5 years. That means by 2030, Delhi's vehicle fleet will have 30% EVs. And this is where we get to see mandatory transition coming in for two-wheelers, three-wheelers, light commercial vehicles. And another key feature, key characteristic of this EV policy is the fact that the focus is on battery electric vehicles rather than hybrids. And we are looking that this is not only talking about electrification or bringing in of just electric vehicles, it is also going to address the infrastructure which can facilitate this transition and the goal that is lying in front of us. So one big question that comes in here, why two-wheelers? As I mentioned, nearly 2 out of 3 vehicles in Delhi are two-wheelers. That is not it. When we look at the numbers, we clearly get to see that two-wheelers have 60% composition share when we are looking at the vehicles. You might think that 67%, yes, it is a big number, but where is the problem here? Tell us the problem. So let me bring you the problem here. Various studies have highlighted the fact that it is two-wheelers which bring 23% of winter PM 2.5 from these very vehicles. Now this is a study coming from CAQM. Now when we look at Terry's study, we get to see that two-wheelers are the largest contributor in terms of the source of PM 2.5, PM 10 and carbon monoxide. When we are looking at another study by IIT Kanpur, we get to clearly see that nearly 1/3 of the whole vehicular particulate matter pollution is coming from two-wheelers, and another report clearly suggests that when transport contributes 40% of PM 2.5 and 76% of nitrogen dioxide, a big chunk of this transportation is coming from again two-wheelers itself. Now this is where the problem has been clearly quantified as well, because we cannot put everything on stubble burning. We have to understand the real sources and resolve that how these sources can be ensured that transition is made or ensured that the pollution is gradually lessening. How that is to be done? Now to ensure exactly this, the Delhi EV policy 2.0 has been brought. Now let us understand what are the key highlights that have been brought in this EV policy 2.0. The first and the main focus has been on the bans of ICE vehicles. Now starting with the two-wheelers, which is the main focus of this particular policy, from April 1, 2028, registrations of new petrol and diesel two-wheelers will be absolutely banned. It will be only electric vehicle two-wheelers which will be allowed. Apart from that, electric three-wheelers and goods carriers. Now that will be in force from January 1, 2027 itself, when we are looking at N1 category goods carriers and electric three-wheelers. They will not be allowed in petrol and diesel version in their registration after January 1, 2027 itself. And there are direct rules for commercial fleets, be it for the delivery fleets, be it for the school fleets, or be it for the proper fleet operators. There will be targets set, and this policy comes on roll from July 1, 2026 and will be operational till 2030. Apart from that, multiple tax waivers and purchase incentives have been introduced across the categories, be it for electric two-wheelers, three-wheelers and N1 category goods carriers. Apart from that, road tax and registration waiver is applicable for four-wheelers as well. And the government has announced scrappage bonuses as well. That means people who are ready to ditch their petrol and diesel cars, they also have the incentive to do so and enable the transition towards the electric vehicles. Now, when we are looking at this, that we have seen that the immense focus is on two-wheelers and three-wheelers. Now, the question here is, how will this improve the air quality? We have seen the numbers that how two-wheelers are contributing to the air quality being worsened. If we look at battery EVs, they give us a better solution here in terms of solving the problem of poor air quality, because they have zero tailpipe emission. No fossil fuel consumption is involved, and this is where when we are looking at hybrids or petrol and diesel engine, we are already aware. Petrol engine still emits pollution, lower emission is present there, and when we are looking at a hybrid, we have to remember that this is only a transitional technology. It cannot be a permanent solution. That is why the immense pressure is on battery EV, because this is a long-term, sustainable and non-transitional solution with immense results right in front of us. So when we are looking at battery EVs, we are not only addressing the problem of vehicular exhaust and the pollution that came along in form of PM 2.5, nitrogen oxides and also VOCs, we are also ensuring that secondary PM 2.5 also goes out of existence. So whole of this pollution chain will go out of the picture. And this EV policy in front of us is presenting us with multiple opportunities, not just cleaner air, but also how we will be lesser dependent on oil imports. There will be jobs which will be enabled, created with these new industries up and booming. EV manufacturing, again, we are dependent in terms of that. That will take a huge boost and fuel costs will be lower. But at the same time, that the picture is green and fascinating, it's not going to be that easy. As of now, when we are aiming for 30% electrification, only 7.5% of new two-wheelers are present. This transition number is too big. Charging infrastructure, battery recycling and critical minerals, these all are still big barriers in India's transition towards an EV economy and also bringing our clean air back somehow. But again, when we are looking at such a policy, this is the time where it has multi-dimensional impacts. This is not just about what environmental benefits will come in, what economical benefit we have to look, and the social end also. There will be better public health, health expenditure will reduce respiratory diseases, cleaner cities. It will make cities more livable, sustainable. It will be a transition not just for cleaner air, it will be a transition for sustainable livelihoods, cleaner cities, and also better mechanisms and technologies coming in place. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section. That was all from my side. I'll be leaving you here with a prelims practice question. Let me know the answer to this in the comment section. That was all. Thank you so much.